In today's video, I'm counting down and showing off the top 5 rarest and most expensive pieces of Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise, some for over $1,000. Let's get right into it. So before we start showing off the rarest FNAF merch, Shadow Freddy, we actually have a couple rules for the categories of rarest FNAF merch. So Shadow Freddy, please list off the rules. That's right, there's 3 different rules to this rarest FNAF merch so we can get some diversity. First of all, only one of each type of merchandise, so only one plushie, only one action figure, only one mystery mini. Second of all, I can only feature one prototype item, because if I could use all my prototypes, then the entire video would just be my rarest FNAF prototypes. And the third thing is I have to use the values from the pop price guide value list, or what the items have resold for on eBay and Mercari. I can't just make these numbers up. So before we get into the number 5 spot, let's check out a honorable mention. So our very first honorable mention is the Golden Freddy Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Pop, which is, the reason is an honorable mention is because I don't have the rarest Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Pop. I know it's crazy, but I'm not a big fan of the Funko Pops. The rarest Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Pop ever made is the Withered Bonnie Funko Pop, and I don't own it, so it's not able to be featured in this video of the rarest Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise. So the 6th place honorable mention is the rarest Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Pop I own, which is Golden Freddy. While he's still very valuable, I think he's like the 3rd rarest Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Pop, he's not the rarest one ever made. And in this video, I only want to feature the rarest Five Nights at Freddy's merch. So I have the rarest plush ever, the rarest figure ever, the rarest mystery mini, all that good stuff. But this right here, he's just the honorable mention. I mean, honestly, he sucks. He's really lame. He's the very first Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Pop ever made. He was made before Freddy Fazbear himself. But why is he so lame? Well, he's not special at all. He's literally just Freddy, but colored a shiny gold. Now, I heard they're remaking him into a much better, more accurate version, but it is literally a Golden Freddy, which is incredibly lazy. This is not Golden Freddy, this is Golden Freddy, if that makes sense. He's just gold and shiny, which is lame and doesn't look like his character at all, which is why he's honorable mention, because he's disappointing. Isn't that right, Shadow Freddy? He sucks so much. I know, right, Shadow Freddy? So now let's go into the 5th place rarest, most expensive FNAF item, which is... the 5th rarest Five Nights at Freddy's merch ever made is the Five Nights at Freddy's McFarlane Showstage set. Now, there is no official pop price guide for this because, well, it's not a Funko Pop thing. It is, you know, it's a McFarlane Lego set. And this is the highest selling ever Five Nights at Freddy's set to ever sell on eBay and Mercari for over $400, which is, well, it's quite a lot of money. Now, I have this one in 5th place because that one sold in its box. I have this set built out of box because, of course, I bought it when it originally came out, but it is just such an incredibly cool set. I mean, there's really so much to love about it. From Bonnie to Chica to Freddy, the balloons, the happy birthday sign, all the little banners, the floor, the arcade machine. I mean, it is a 100% accurate recreation of Five Nights at Freddy's 1. It is genuinely, every single Five Nights at Freddy's fan needs to own this set, even though it is pretty expensive. I mean, it's so cool. From the tiny little printed out children's drawings to the real life Balloon Boy minigame, the Balloon Boy's Air Adventure minigame that's printed onto the arcade machine. It's incredible. And all 3 minifigures have their endoskeletons inside of them. So if you take off Freddy's head, Bonnie's head, or Chica's head, they will have a endoskeleton head inside of them, which is, I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. There's so much detail packed into a small set like this. Even the tiny little rules for safety, the withering and damage on the doors themselves, and every single tile in this location is uniquely made. I mean, it's honestly incredible. I really miss McFarlane sets, and I wish we would honestly get more of them again, just because of, well, how amazingly detailed they are, how cool they look. They were one of the best Five Nights at Freddy's merch ever made, and sadly, McFarlane isn't coming back to make any more Five Nights at Freddy's sets soon, so every single day, this set gets even more rare and more expensive, and I wouldn't be surprised if one day this sold for well over $500, if not more, because it is a very large set as well. I mean, this is a massive set. It takes up a lot of my desk. One of the biggest McFarlane sets ever made, but it was also the very first McFarlane set ever made. You can see here some teased images before the set actually came out, and oh man, these original figures were ugly. Ugh. Look at Chica. It was like a mix between Toy Chica and normal Chica. She had the weird little Toy Chica underwear on, and she had the pink rosy cheeks. Like, ugh. Why did she have this? Bonnie looked pretty normal, but then Freddy is, oh god. How did they even get this out of Freddy? This is absolutely disgusting. Ugh. I'm so happy that McFarlane listened to the fans, and they changed them up, and they look so much better. The set's more accurate, the figures look more better. I'm a really, really big fan of this original McFarlane set, if you cannot tell. So now let's check out 4th place of the 4th most rarest and expensive Five Nights at Freddy's merch. Now the 4th rarest Five Nights at Freddy's merch is... where is it? Oh, there it is! It's so tiny! That's right, the rarest Five Nights at Freddy's mystery mini ever made, and the 4th most expensive FNAF merch is... Bidybab? What? Are you serious? This tiny little mystery mini of a ugly tan baby with open faceplates is the rarest Five Nights at Freddy's mystery mini ever made? Are you serious? This is insane. Why is this ugly little thing the rarest piece of FNAF merch ever made? And well, honestly, I think it's because no one wants it. No one originally wanted it, and now everyone needs it in their collection. They need the ugly little baby, the gross little baby, so now everyone needs it. If you guys remember, originally the rarest Five Nights at Freddy's mystery mini ever made was Jump Scare Circus Baby, which is honestly such a cool mystery mini. I mean, Circus Baby has all her faceplates open. She looks absolutely incredible. But just recently, you can tell on Pop Price Guide, somehow Jump Scare Bidybab beat out Jump Scare Circus Baby by $10. So I guess officially, Jump Scare Bidybab is the rarest Five Nights at Freddy's mystery mini ever made, which is kind of crazy. I mean, literally $10 to beat out Jump Scare Circus Baby. And honestly, this mini is incredibly lame. There's so many better, cooler minis which are extremely rare, which could be way more expensive, like, you know, Withered Bonnie, Paper Pals, Lolbit, William Afton with his own bloody face. I mean, come on, those mystery minis are incredible. But no, we get the ugly tan baby is the rarest mystery mini ever. And I mean, maybe it's a good thing that this is the most expensive mystery mini ever, so those cool minis, you know, like Lolbit and Withered Bonnie stay really cheap, and this big, ugly, tiny baby stays the most expensive one. I mean, honestly, who would pay $300 for this? Seems kind of like a big old waste of money to me for this ugly little baby. I mean, blech. I just hate him so much. He really sucks. So now let's go check out the 3rd rarest and most expensive Five Nights at Freddy's merch ever made. Now we're on to 3rd place for the 3rd most expensive Five Nights at Freddy's merch, and this is the action figure category. And the most expensive action figure, I'm sure you guys know, both of these are extremely close in price and value. First up, we have Chica, the Wave 2 GameStop exclusive, who, I mean, it's Chica, it's just Nightmare Chica but orange. She's really cool. I really do love Chica, and she's extremely expensive, being about $300, $200. And we have Lolbit, the Wave 3 exclusive, a Walgreens exclusive. I mean, Lolbit's everyone's favorite. Lolbit's super cool, being about $200. But nope, psych! Those are not the rarest and most expensive Five Nights at Freddy's action figure. It is, yeah, that's right, glow-in-the-dark Foxy. I mean, can you really believe this? This is just Foxy, but he's extra orange. He's extra orange, and this is the most expensive, rarest Five Nights at Freddy's action figure ever made? What? This was a Hot Topic exclusive back in Wave 1 of the Five Nights at Freddy's action figures. There's Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Golden Freddy, Springtrap Build-A-Figure, and a Hot Topic exclusive glow-in-the-dark Foxy. And at the time of his release in 2016, no one wanted him because of how incredibly ugly and awful he was. Basically, he was Foxy with a worse paint job. He doesn't even glow that great too. I've tried to glow him before. And well, why is he so expensive? Because no one bought him originally and now everyone wants him, but no one had him, so there's barely any available on the market, which makes him so rare and valuable. And I mean, honestly, he's really crappy. Over $400 for a miscolored Foxy, a Foxy that's more orange, more ugly looking. I mean, it makes no sense. The classic Foxy action figure was really good. He had really accurate paint and he looked really good. I don't understand why they couldn't have at least made normal Foxy, you know, normal colors and make him glow in the dark. Why is he so bright orange? It doesn't make sense. They made him so orange for no reason. He doesn't even glow. His legs and bottom, like, shorts don't even glow either, so those are completely the same. It's only his top torso, all the really orange parts like his chest, his arms, his face, that became so rare. And something that I think is extremely confusing is, if you guys think about it, Hot Topic has never even had action figures. Try and think when you saw FNAF action figures inside of Hot Topic. You can't, because they're not even in there. So I think barely any of these Foxies even existed, because I don't even remember seeing a Foxy inside a Hot Topic, especially not action figures. I don't remember ever seeing that. So honestly, in my opinion, this one makes me angry. This one makes me angry to think about that this lame, glow-in-the-dark figure is the 3rd rarest piece of Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise ever made. He's disgusting, he's awful, and I hate him. Blah! Alright, now let's go to the second rarest Five Nights at Freddy's merch ever made. See you later, $400 Foxy. The second rarest Five Nights at Freddy's merch ever made is the plushie of Shadow Freddy. Of course, the rarest Five Nights at Freddy's merch you can possibly get, that's just normally available for open sale. If you go to Pop Price Guide, sort by most expensive, Shadow Freddy's up there at number 1, which I think is pretty crazy but expected. You guys know and love Shadow Freddy. He's been featured in so many of my videos. I mean, Shadow Freddy, he's alright, honestly. He's not super accurate. He's not missing his ear, which is strange. He has no withering, no wires, no even buttons on his chest. His eyes pop out too far for my liking when they're meant to be sunken in. And even though he's incredibly expensive, being listed on Pop Price Guide for nearly $800, which is absolutely insane for a purple version of Freddy, but also he's not that great. You know, there's a lot better versions of you know, Freddy plushies, specifically the brand new X-Smart Shadow Freddy plush, which it looks a lot better, a lot more accurate. But I mean, this guy again was a Hot Topic exclusive and a Wave 1 plush as well. So the glow-in-the-dark Foxy was a Hot Topic exclusive, and Shadow Freddy's a Hot Topic exclusive. I mean, it looks like the Hot Topic exclusives get pretty expensive, so maybe you guys should buy the next Hot Topic exclusive FNAF merch because they go up in price pretty fast. This Shadow Freddy, honestly, as much as I love him and I have good memories with him, if this plush came out today, I think all of us would be extremely disappointed because simply, he looks nothing like Shadow Freddy should. It's literally just a purple Freddy. He's honestly pretty ugly, pretty disappointing because Funko really put zero effort into this plushie. It works with Golden Freddy because Golden Freddy really is just a golden version of Freddy, but Shadow Freddy has way more details. He has buttons, he has wires, he has withering, he's missing his ear, his eyes are sunken in, so I'm just saying Funko could have made the most expensive and valuable plushie a lot cooler if they put a little more detail and effort. I mean, heck, they could have at least given him buttons. Toy Freddy had buttons. You can at least give Shadow Freddy buttons. This would become the rarest FNAF plush ever made, so I mean, they could have put a little more effort if, you know, they knew this might have been the rarest FNAF plush ever made. He's extremely cool and I still love Shadow Freddy, and I know a lot of you guys really want a Shadow Freddy for your very own, so you better pick him up fast before he becomes even more expensive. Now let's head over to the number 1 most expensive Five Nights at Freddy's merch ever made. Now, the most expensive Five Nights at Freddy's merch that I own and that's almost been ever sold is the Candy Cadet prototype plushie, the only one in the entire world. Now, yes, I know a lot of you thought I was going to show off Nightmare Foxy, the rarest Five Nights at Freddy's Funko plush that I own, which I paid $1,000 for, and it is the only prototype sample version in the world that has special claws and extra details that the normal one doesn't. But I've shown this version off way too many times in my videos, and I wanted to switch it up a little bit because I paid $1,000 for both of these. I paid $1,000 for Nightmare Foxy, and I paid $1,000 for Prototype Candy Cadet, making him $200 more expensive than Shadow Freddy. And this Prototype Candy Cadet's absolutely fantastic. Comparing him to the original crappy Candy Cadet Funko plushie, I mean, look how massive he is. He's absolutely huge. He's just so much better in every single way. First of all, his colors are a lot more accurate. He's not a weird blue color like this Candy Cadet. Second of all, he's a lot more stuffed and has a lot better design overall. This guy's floppy, wonky, doesn't even look good. Both his antennas are flat and his arms are flat. This Candy Cadet has 3D arms, which look incredible, and 3D antennas, which look incredible. Here is his sample prototype tag that says sample only. The only sample of Candy Cadet ever made, and he has so much more detail. This guy's wheels are barely even detailed and barely even stick out. I mean, look at this sad excuse for a base. You could barely even see the little coin slots and the wheels. Here you can see his clearly defined coin slots, the colors going down the side, and the tread on both the wheels, which is extremely well made, and it looks so good. This guy's middle part, this Candy Cadet, has honestly a better looking middle part. It has the screws, it has this extra line and colors, and it has the chute going down. This guy does not have the screws or the line going across because, well, he's a sample and probably unfinished. He does only have the coin slot in the middle, and the head, while it does have some extra detail like the screws and lines, this head looks a lot better because it's a lot more accurately shaped and looks a lot more like Candy Cadet. This head is bulbous and blue and doesn't look that good, and it's all floppy, and this head is absolutely massive. It just looks incredible. It's such a good looking Candy Cadet. I honestly love it so much. He looks so good. I love him. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me showing off the rarest 5 Nights at Freddy's merch ever made. I thought it was interesting to show you guys some of the rarest and highest value 5 Nights at Freddy's items. Do you guys have any of these items? I know you don't have Prototype Candy Cadet, but do you guys have any of these items like the McFarlane Showstage, the Bidybab Mystery Mini, the glow-in-the-dark Foxy, or the Shadow Freddy plushie? Let me know down in the comments below and subscribe to my channel if you guys would like any of these items. So I really hope you guys did enjoy. This has been just a fun little video to record, and I will have a really big video out this weekend reviewing 1-star 5 Nights at Freddy's products that I bought off of Etsy. So I really hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.